Hello guys, back again with the Al Rasta channel, and this time as always we will be back to talk about the best Donghua series, and of course, it is SwallowedStar. In the previous episode, we saw how exciting the peak genius match was between Luo Feng and Rong Jun. From the battle between the two, Luo Feng was finally able to realize the greatness of the unparalleled genius who had defeated Hong and also Lei Shen. Luo Feng back then truly felt the gap in strength that was too wide between him and Rong Jun. Despite his best efforts, Luo Feng had to lose the duel. Then will Luo Feng be able to face the next recompetition? Okay, without lingering, we will go straight to the storyline. In Luo Feng's training schedule made by Babata, the level of Zhu Xia, one of Huyanbo's servants, was set to be the same as Luo Feng. Of course, if Luo Feng was able to persevere in the training that he was about to undergo, it was certain that the development that Luo Feng would receive could be very beneficial to him. After Babata revived him, it seemed that Babata immediately talked to the figure who came from the monster clan, telling him all the things that happened to him, such as introducing Luo Feng, who was the heir to the meteorite star and Huyanbo's last student. It seemed that Zhu Xia was a fairly open-minded monster race, nice to talk to, unlike Duo Yi before. After chatting for a while, the initial training began. Despite not using any weapons in battle, Zhu Xia was still a powerful entity who had reached the immortal level in the past. He could achieve that by using his physical strength as a monster clan. Even though his level was set the same as Luo Feng, Zhu Xia's speed was still far above Luo Feng. After being overwhelmed, Luo Feng was slammed by Zhu Xia from the air towards the surface so hard that his body was buried by debris. At the same time, Zhu Xia said that a mental master should be able to move faster when compared to a melee fighter, and Luo Feng was required to find a rhythm that matched that. Utilizing the moment when he was buried, it turned out that Luo Feng was preparing his illusion sword mode. When he got back on his feet, Luo Feng was grateful for Zhu Xia's guidance, and training continued. Luo Feng's routine for the next 3 years was to attend Genius Battle rematch sessions and also train under Zhu Xia's guidance. In the end, Luo Feng was reunited with Nabini. Here, Nabini admitted that for the past 3 years, he had been practicing very hard. Confidently, he said he would show the difference between the strength of a genius like himself and an ordinary person like Luo Feng. Luo Feng only smiled slightly at his opponent's outburst. And without holding back from the start of the fight, Nabini immediately unleashed his ice power that was able to freeze the surrounding area with a wider range compared to last time. As for Luo Feng, of course he was frozen, but it didn't take much effort for him to break free from the opponent's icy restraints. Approaching Nabini, Luo Feng walked so casually through the air, the soles of his feet forming thin metal footholds so that he could do so. Nabini, who saw it, could only marvel at how Luo Feng could develop so fast in just 3 years. Luo Feng's metal domain was now active, and when Nabini launched a follow-up attack, it was a pity that his ice needle attack was now no longer able to give pain to Luo Feng, whose body was protected by the power of metal. Moving quickly, Luo Feng could easily land a heavy attack on the opponent, a destructive slash that made the sturdy pillars affected by his attack fall apart. Nabini, who got back up, was still reprocessing his thoughts. He still did not expect that the gap in strength between him and Luo Feng had really gotten bigger, even though he was sure he had worked hard. But in the end, Nabini had to be eliminated with just one attack by Luo Feng. Thus, Luo Feng's total wins were 9,372, and he managed to advance to the second stage of the Genius Battle Session because he had entered the top 1,000 geniuses of the Qianwu Universe Kingdom. Luo Feng again brought surprises to Rongjun's eyes. Meanwhile, Princess Brolin was upset and still couldn't accept Luo Feng's victory. How could an Earthling defeat a Nabini that easily? Along with that, Hargrave also came and asked that his granddaughter should not be swayed by her emotions. From this point on, Hargrave also recognized that Luo Feng was indeed a person who deserved to be said to be a true genius. As usual, after winning and earning great achievements, a small party was also held by Luo Feng's small family and close relatives. But in the midst of the fun party, the situation instantly turned tense when Luo Feng got a call from Hargrave. Hargrave here said that the reason for making the call was because he was asked by the Emperor of Black Dragon Mountain to make a statement. Since Luo Feng had successfully entered the top 1,000 in the Qianwu Universe Kingdom, it was in accordance with the Emperor's decree delivered by Princess Brolin earlier that the Milky Way Galaxy was now under Luo Feng's ownership.
从此罗峰为已教育黑龙山公民罗峰领主。
Among everyone who was overjoyed, there was one person who was astonished to hear that Luo Feng was the owner of the Milky Way Galaxy. And that was Xu Gang. He was shocked because it was the first time he had heard about this. However, he was very proud of himself because now it meant that he had become the brother-in-law of the person who owned the Milky Way. While the others continued the party in the other direction, Luo Feng tried to confirm the truth of Hargrave's statement. When Babata checked the universe's version of Wikipedia, it turned out that what Hargrave had said was true. Luo Feng was now listed in the Wikipedia list as the person who legitimately ruled the Milky Way Galaxy. This had also been disseminated to all creatures living in the Black Dragon Mountain Empire. Not long after, Jian Tianchen and Ming Yu also came to congratulate Luo Feng, who was now the ruler of the Milky Way. Jiang Tianchen explained that managing a galaxy would probably be a rather complicated matter in the beginning. That's why if Luo Feng finds a problem, he can consult Ming Yu, who already knows more about how to maintain the galaxy. After delivering a few messages, the two of them immediately left there. Meanwhile, Luo Feng, who had now become the ruling figure of the Milky Way Galaxy, seemed to have even more thoughts. It was at that moment that Hong and Lei Shen approached him, both of them pointing out that now their great goal had been achieved. The peace that had been fought for desperately is now in the palm of their hands, making Earthlings no longer have to be afraid of the arrival of aliens who try to invade. In another place, Gao Sheng was very surprised when he saw the news that Luo Feng was now a figure who had a galaxy containing 210,000 living planets, and that was only Luo Feng obtained for a few years. It was very different when compared to himself, who now only had a planet. Sha Sha, who arrived there, was curious about Gao Sheng, who looked unexcited. The fat alien then showed the news that Luo Feng, the person who first rescued this female alien, was now the rightful owner of a galaxy. The gloomy Gao Sheng tried to cheer himself up, mentioning that he was also a person with foresight. For example, Gao Sheng said that he had known from the beginning that Luo Feng was not a random person. Actually, what made this alien feel annoyed the most was that he should have been able to get the jackpot for Luo Feng's victory in the rematch last time that allowed Luo Feng to win. But in fact, he didn't bet because his father forbade him to play gambling. The news of Luo Feng becoming the Lord of the Galaxy had now spread to all places under the Black Dragon Mountain Empire. Many of them were happy to see him, but there were also those who were certainly not happy, such as Nolan Shan, who had gone all out against Luo Feng. For the presidents of the 5 major countries who knew from the beginning where Luo Feng was fighting from, now they could no longer see Luo Feng, who had higher goals. They could only see the beginning, but not the end of Luo Feng's struggle. The scene moves to the Extreme Martial Club's main headquarters, where Hong is seen on a video call with Ji Qing. Hong thanked Ji Qing for the advice given by the woman regarding the Three Axes Mountain organization earlier. And now that the Earth is safe, Hong can let go of the heavy burden on his shoulders as one of the protectors of the Earth. Ji Qing hopes that one day the two of them can meet again, of course. In the future, Hong would go far away. The scene moved to the elite training camp that had not been seen for quite some time. The triumvirate of Earth protectors are now walking around there because Hong has something to talk about. Hong said that after the third brother, aka Luo Feng, became the ruler of the Milky Way, now Princess Brolin is no longer a threat to the Earth. Continuing to stay on Earth will certainly not provide development for Hong. Moreover, Hong did not want that one day a problem would arise again, but he would only be a burden to Lei Shen and Luo Feng. Hence, Hong had made the decision to join the universe journey and become the disciple of Master Luo of Three Axe Mountain. As good brothers, Lei Shen and Luo Feng could only support Hong's decision. 20,000 years was a very long time, and it was unthinkable for people on Earth to live that long. And now, before Hong's departure, the relatives were present there to bid Hong farewell. Especially Hong's 3 personal bodyguards, who had fought hard to be by his side. However, these 3 bodyguards still couldn't catch up to the level where Hong stood. But even though the distance between them was hundreds of millions of light years, every night they saw the same starry sky. Yao Rao felt that this was also an eternity, making her feel that she was in the same place as Hong. Not long after, Hong's airplane arrived, and they parted ways. Right after Hong's departure, Lei Shen said that there was no need to worry about Earth sovereignty now, so Luo Feng could go on short adventures wherever he wanted. Of course, traveling was necessary, but he would not forget the competition with the warrior geniuses that would still continue. Meeting such people was a rare thing, so Luo Feng felt that he should not slow his training in the slightest. The scene closes with Hong arriving at the location of Master Luo, who looks ready to wait for his disciple. So that's the storyline of SwallowedStar episode 136, guys. Okay, thank you very much for watching until the end, and don't forget to support you with likes, subscribes, and comments. And the final word from me, bye.